What is happening at Game Dude here? It's been a while since I've done a seasonal dive of shows that I watched for the previous season, so let's talk about the shows that I watched and liked or disliked. I guess it just kind of depends on how you want to look at it. In the spring 2024 season, before I then make a different video about me and what I'm going to be watching in the summer 2024 season. That being said, let's jump right on into it. First and foremost, with Demon Slayer, the Hashira training arc, or Kimitsu no Yaiba Hashira Gekohen. And this is an interesting one because it's only 8 episodes long, and it leaves us on a cliffhanger for the final giant arc that's going to be happening, that's kind of split into 2 parts. Now, with that being said though, this was a fine showing. I can't say that I was particularly enthused by the actual, this particular season itself. The animation still looks really good, especially in certain areas where it comes to fighting. Some of the comedy is actually kind of funny, but it feels inconsistent. I feel like more than anything else, its seriousness, comedic intent, and the way in which each of the Hashira work, it feels like there's some incredible level of inconsistency, and I feel like I give My Hero a lot of beef for being incredibly inconsistent. But the thing is that with Demon Slayer specifically, it from the get-go does say it is kind of serious because, there's demons everywhere. They're going around killing people, and they kind of just feed on that idea of, you kind of need to fight these demons and murder them, otherwise they will kill all of humanity, because they exist to do that. They exist as this form of pure evil. But yeah, so this is really just sort of the middle arc between 2 big arcs. So we finished the previous arc, which was a massive piece of story and some really good stuff happening. This is the silence between 2 massive story beats. So this wasn't going to be particularly strong from the beginning anyways. So with all that being said, I actually gave this a 7 out of 10 on my anime list, which is just good. It's a good show, alright? Moving on from that, Konosubarashi Sekai ni Shukou, 3rd season, I guess, at this point. And Konosuba has always been absolutely hilarious. This season, absolutely no different. It is a fun time. The art style of the show itself, it did make me seem like something was a little bit off, as if the characters are not really all that detailed. There's a lack of detail on characters and things like that, but maybe that's just me. But the voice acting is really well done. The animation is really good. The comedy is on point and really funny. It is, the comedy feels this is maybe the closest thing to a South Park in Japanese, honestly. But it has nothing, but instead of being funny and imitating pop culture in modern day, it is just specifically on the isekai genre, which might as well just be the anime version of pop culture just in general. A great time, absolutely bloody great, very good show. I cannot recommend this enough. If you like comedies and parodies, I again just cannot recommend this enough. I'm giving it a 8 out of 10 on my anime list. Next thing we're going to be talking about is one of the few original shows I watched this season, specifically Kaijuu Hachigo. Now, Kaijuu Hachigo is pretty much taking a similar beat to that of what's it called? Attack on Titan, where the main character suddenly gets the ability to be able to transform into what the main villains are, which I refer to as kaiju. It's just giant monstrosities that attack humanity, and so in order to fight them, the main characters wear these suits that give them powers similar to that of kaijus themselves. And I actually really like the art style, the way the main character specifically is, the way he has a bit of lack of detail, but the way that he's drawn and the comedy, it actually works because he is such a dim-witted moron. But at the same time, that's what also makes him an incredibly lovable main character, and he alone is worth sticking around for in this entire show. But then slowly, as you get through more of the series, more of this particular season of the show, which a second season has been announced, these characters slowly start to grow on you, even if like originally they don't hit. I know that this blonde-haired chick, she did not, like I did, like I feel like I absolutely did not like her all that much. But then eventually she grew on me later on as like, oh, actually, you know what, she could actually be pretty cool. In saying that, had a great time with this show as well. And I'm definitely putting that at a 8 out of 10 on my anime list as well, because I'm like adding them onto my phone as I'm kind of talking about it. Another really good show this season was Slime Isekai Season 3. I feel like this season actually had a lot of really, really good shows that I really enjoyed, was very entertained by, though keeping in mind that like most of me watching these shows, I just kind of had like, you know, my brain turned off, but you know, each week I'd, you know, tune into whatever the new episode was and just kind of go off from there. There's still a decent amount of political intrigue and plotting and motivations going on at the moment. So again, this is also just, oh wait, what, 24 episodes? It's still going? Huh, okay. Well, I guess in that case, I'm probably not even going to talk about this any further. It's been a really good time so far, so might as well just leave it because it's still going. I'm not going to rank it just yet. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. I did not know this was doing 24 episodes. I thought it was only doing 12, but yeah, I digress. Might as well talk about another show that's actually still ongoing. My Hero Season 7. It's more My Hero. I'm actually down on this show. Let's move on from there because again, it's not finished yet, so I'm not going to be able to share my full thoughts on it just yet. To Date A Live Season 5. The ending to Date A Live, a series that has shaped my understanding of the world as a whole, because I now at this point look at Date A Live in a very special way, because if it weren't for Season 1 releasing back in 2013, and then releasing visual novels only in Japan at that time until we got it back in 2019 in English, was the reason that I actually started learning Japanese. So while the series does have a special place in my heart, it's just a fine show. The ending was fine. The opening to the series, the opening theme, is absolutely beautiful and probably the best part of the show. So actually, I was originally going to give it a 6 out of 10, but that opening was just so good that I'm probably just going to give it a 7. It's not a particularly bad show. It's just that it's worn out its welcome. Its overuse of battle CG doesn't look particularly great. And as far as the plot goes, I feel like a lot of hints were dropped throughout the series as to what was going to happen, but we never truly knew until now when they showed it off. Or until it was actually confirmed what would happen. But this is like the end of an entire series, so I will try my best not to say too much. But with all that being said, yeah, 7 out of 10. I'm just going to chuck that up on my anime list. Next is Yuru Camp. So we've had banger shows so far. Like Demon Slayer was good, Konosuba was really, really good, Kaijuu Hachigo was really, really good, Slime Isekai is really, really good, My Hero was fine, so was Date A Live. Yuru Camp is another one of those shows that I like hold so highly as like, if you want to watch a good show that is incredibly relaxed and puts you in a good mood and is just a very good show throughout. Yes, it is a slice of life about a bunch of cute girls doing cute things, and more specifically in this case, it is going outdoors and camping, touching grass, something that most of us probably don't do on a day-to-day basis, but let's be real, it's just such a good time. The opening theme was great, the ending theme is excellent. I was going to actually give this an 8 out of 10 originally, but no, I am too happy with the show. Every time I watch the show, it gives me very good feelings. I have a massive smile on my face. I feel happy watching this show. I'm giving this a 9. This was actually, I think, unironically just an absolute banger series every single season. And this season, I feel like topped the previous two, which I think I gave like an 8 out of 10 to for season 1 and 2. But I never recorded YouTube videos back then, so, you know, there's that as well. Moving on from that, we have Nijiyon Animation, which is just a fine short show based on a manga that is a side story to that of the second generation of Love Live, I think. Yeah, Love season? Second group. Nijigasaki, which I think, no, it might be the third generation of Love Live. Anyway, it's just based off of a Love Live story, so yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. It's just getting to know the characters in 2-minute episodes. 3 or 4 minute episodes. 12 episodes. This is the second season of it, and they do make some references to like previous seasons. It's fine. It's entertaining. So yeah, I was actually slotting that at a 6 out of 10 for me at the moment. That was just a fine show. Due to it being a short, actually, is probably its biggest downfall, I would say, because you can't really get invested in characters if the show is too short to get invested into anything. Another absolutely banger show. Oh my god, this season was actually really, really good, and I don't think I give it enough credit, if I'm being completely honest. I looked forward to every Sunday where I could sit down and watch the newest episode of every anime that is currently airing. Dungeon Meshi. Very good show. I am very happy with the show, how it was presented, how it was shown off. Unfortunately, we have a bit of a cliffhanger at the end, and a second season has been announced, which, oh man, that is so cool. I'm so happy. I'm so damn happy. Yeah, very good show. I have nothing but positive things to say about it. So yeah, I don't think there's really much more to say about it. Watch it. Like, it is so good. Actually, you know what? Worth pointing out, I did not watch it on Netflix, which I think is where it's only on. Yeah, it's only on Netflix as a streaming platform, so let's just say I didn't watch it on Netflix necessarily, but very good show. I'm slotting that in at an 8 out of 10. That was, again, just... There have been so many really, really good shows this season that it's just not even funny, I think, to be completely honest. Because the last show I'm about to talk about was also an absolute banger that I absolutely loved. Urusei Yatsura, second season of the 2022 reboot, which covers the remainder of the... Like, we're not getting any more of this reboot. Like, this is the ending of the reboot. Another very solid 23 episodes. Again, I'm happy. This is a very easy 8 out of 10. It's so entertaining. Again, I am kind of in that old man phase where I really, really like slice of life shows, and I have nothing but positive things to say about it. So when they're as good and as entertaining, with as much character, and I think it just really goes to show how well late 70s manga actually aged over the last 50 years now, almost 50 years at this point. Like, this series is over 40 years old, nearly 50 years of age. Imagine that for a second. And yet the writing, the jokes, the art style, the comedy, the characters, it all still holds up. I genuinely do believe Urusei Yatsura is genuinely a timeless gem. Read the manga if you haven't. Watch the original 1980s anime if you want to. But the 2022 reboot did an excellent job at bringing all of that from the past into the future for us to be able to enjoy now. Will they make a reboot, like, with better art, like, bring it more into the future in 2030, 2040, 2050? Who knows? But I feel like even 100 years after its original release of the manga, I feel like Urusei Yatsura is definitely going to be very much a timeless gem. So I have nothing but positive things to say about Urusei Yatsura, giving that a solid 8 out of 10. Again, while all of these shows are actually really, really good, they aren't the best of the best in my mind, but they are so good that I just cannot begin to stop gushing about how entertaining all of these shows were. But with all that being said and done, let me know what you guys think about all these anime that I've talked about. Do you want me to keep doing these sort of dives into the future, previous seasons that I've watched, as well as I'm going to be making a video for like the next season of like the summer 2024 list of shows that I will be watching. But yeah, with all that said and done, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 300 subs by the end of the year.